So we're looking over our head-arm triangles here. So we're just going to set up a basic one, right? Really, anytime, I like head-arm triangles, especially when a person is trying to frame away with this little guy here, right? If they're not diligent, I can put my hand on the old elbow here, and I'm going to push while I move my head, and then I'm going to scoop, and then get my gable grip, and as soon as I can, I want to make sure that he can't get his arm back. Right, that's not good if he does, so I'm going to take my head, I'm going to go boop, right on the floor, as close to his head as I can get, right? I'm just going to keep my my old gable grip here, right? The scooping, head scooping arm is going to be the palm down arm here, right, for reference. But we push that elbow across and immediately head on the floor, right? So now we want to get our whole body to the same side that my head is on, right? So we're going to do like a nice little knee cut. I like to just pop up as I drive my shoulder into their face here, and I'm just going to come over their body here. Just make sure you don't get stuck back into the guard, because we need to be able to get our hips all the way down to the old ground here, and if we're in their legs, we're not going to be able to do that, so that's bad. We just need to get over here without getting tangled up. But once I'm here, I'm going to stay on the side of them, and now I'm going to start dropping my hips slow. Alright, I'm going to try and keep my left elbow, the one that's scooping his head, I want to keep that on the ground as much as I can. Alright, and I'm going to find this nice comfortable spot where I can keep my head in contact with him here, kind of pushing his neck into the choke. And I'm going to drop my hips down. And I'm going to keep my elbows and my shoulders all in. And I'm going to just sink my shoulder down, down, down into that space. And I'm just going to try and touch my left shoulder to the floor here. Right, just push it down to the floor, a little bit of a squeezy-do here, and let's see how this goes. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so kind of.
This one, especially with the gable grip, it tends to be a little bit slower, but I like it better than the rear naked choke grip. I find that it's less cranky, but yeah, that's just my personal preference. The goal. What we want to do when we're doing this head-on triangle is really focus on dropping our shoulder down instead of trying to squeeze up, right? Because if I try and pull up from the arm that's on bottom here, right, all the pressure is going to go up into the back of his neck, and that's not what we're trying to do, right? I'm not trying to drive my forearm into the back of his neck. I want my shoulder to go into the side of his neck here, so instead I'm thinking about dropping my shoulder in, so I should be on this side. Right, if I'm up here and I'm trying to like keep my hips up and drive in, what tends to happen is my shoulder's going to go into his face, right? And that's nice if you hate the person and you just want them to suffer, but it's not going to make them choke, right? Instead, we need to get pull everything back a little bit and then drop down, right? And then this side, I'm going to be squeezing this shoulder in. Right, but what I should be thinking about is trying to get as close to the floor as we can here. Right, and my head is just gonna stay close to his head, like touching and maybe even pushing in a little bit. Right, but I just want to drop my shoulder down to the floor, keeping a nice tight gable grip. Hips down, and then I'm gonna drop my lat and try and just push the shoulder into that space here. I'm going to give it a second, see how it feels. Squeeze a little bit more, low and slow. Go, go, go. Where is it? Where is it? It's almost there. Nice. And then just take your time and squeeze as hard as you can, and then give it 10 seconds. Don't be one of those people who squeeze and let it go. And it's like, why isn't it working? Let's squeeze, let it go. Right? It's going to take a second, especially with some of these chokes that only cut off half of the neck. It might take longer than usual. Typically, these head-arm chokes, north-south chokes tend to take a while when I do them. Darcy.
Do it this way. Yeah, if you have it unlocked, then the person's usually not going anywhere. So you might as well just chill out for a while.
And make sure when you get to this side of the arm, you want to stay tight here, right? My head is actively pushing into here, and then I'm driving in, right? As I push, like usually as I do this, I'm trying to actually use my face to push the arm the rest of the way. But I need to be super tight here. I can't just be like, giving a lot of space, because if I give him space, he's gonna get his arm back, right? So if he's framing, right, usually I can get it here, and then I'm gonna push and then drive.
I like that. I like that instead of trying to push the arm right off the bat. I'm gonna go back for a sec. Like instead of trying to just push the arm, which can be hard, I like that you yes.
Use the head.
Pay attention, kids.
Use your head. Anyway, head on the floor, because we need something in the way. We can't let him move his elbow back. Boom. Right, that also allows me to just start driving my shoulder into his face for no reason. But I'm going to use that weight to help pick my hip up and get my legs over his hips. Right, and then now, I'm going to make sure that my left elbow stays flat, because I don't want to pull it off the floor. I want to push myself into the grip, and I'm going to let my hips drop, and I'm going to just drive my weight in. And if I've been here for a long time and it's still not working, I'm going to start scooting my way up and around. I'm going to be tight.
I think I probably get it more from the mount than anything else.
Really?
Especially anybody who's like protecting their neck from the mount.
People who are afraid of collar chokes.
I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, this is, if I can get underneath, I usually try to get in here, right? I gotta swim
What
here.
do you do?
I try to do that. So I try to come underneath, and then here, and then I'll go. You know, sometimes I'll try to come under.
Yeah, so I like to do that.
But a lot of times people are trying to go this way. And so what I'll do is I'll keep my hand like that. And so I won't really stop. And then as they go, right, as they go, yeah, I'll just kind of let it slide through, right? And then I'm here. And that's that's kind of my way. Or, I mean, you can start like here and you get that cross. You can do that too, right? If you get the gift wrap. If they're here and then they go to their left, yes. So here, and then you can come back.